What we'll do now is we'll take a walkthrough of version 1 of Big Sciota. We're going to go through and I'll play through the phrasing, and we'll look at the fingering of each section, and then some of the nuances that we might add into it. And that'll lead us up to a backing track, which will be the next clip. But we'll start off taking a look at the A section of version 1 of Big Sciota. I'll play through it once at 66 beats per minute, and then we'll come back and take a look at the fingering. Let's take a look at the fingering. As it's written in this version, I would, without any embellishment, just as written, I would stay with the fingering that matches the second position G major scale. If we stay there, we can cover everything that this version asks us to do, and we don't have to move around at all. So here it is, 66 beats per minute, all based on second position G major. Now you'll notice that all of the fingered notes, all the fretted notes came out of that second position scale, but any time or most of the times that I could reference an open string, I've done that. It's more efficient and it's more open sounding. It doesn't you're not having to fret every note, so your fingers aren't as tied up, and it just doesn't sound as closed or choked. So you can make use of those open strings whenever you get a chance. It's always a plus. Let's go through it again, and this time I'm going to start and stop a little bit, and when I hit a point that I think we might want to add something to, this PDF that you have in front of you, and I would recommend that you have a printed copy of it, because you may want to take some notes on this section and add some detail to your chart there. It's a real bare bones chart, and that's on purpose, because I wanted to cover some of these things that you can add to make this more of your own. And you know, little nuances that starts to build towards the arrangement that you'll be working on for yourself. So I'm going to kick it off with the triplet, that lead in. I'd like to use that line as a hammer on. So I'm only picking the open string, then I'm hammering on the next two notes. Each time I come to it, I'm using that same idea. So I'm picking down on the D string, and then up on the G. here's another point we could look at. When we play the 3 to 5, or the instead of just picking both notes, you can hammer on the 5. And then the next phrase, the 3 to open, you could always do a pull off there. And see what I did there? I doubled up on the note. So I played that 3, our D note, and then I hit it again to put the 5 into motion. Notice how I kept the 2 in place. I kept the A. That allows you to get a more overlapped or more chord-like sound.